If you don't live for something, you die for nothing. You know I stay flee like Pyro cousin. If you ain't got a team with you, don't try no something. Send clicks to your home like the iPhone button, yeah.
Someone say flowers.
Yo, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going off topic here to discuss last night's terms of events which happened at the Oscars. Now, I know there's going to be people that are on the fence right now, and what I can say, in my honest opinion, might end up offending certain people. So I do want to just say I apologize for anything I say. It's not intentional. It's just how I view this situation. So first and foremost, I'm going to get into that part. And then we're also going to take a look at Variety over here because they issued this little small article basically just reposting Will's apology to Chris Rock over on what was that, Instagram. So be sure to, react in the comment section, smash the like button, and of course, subscribe right now to the channel if you guys are new. Just so you know, if anyone comes at you differently in the comment section, everyone is entitled to their own personal opinions. So some may be right, some may be wrong. And in that case, let's continue on from there. So, what had happened during this particular Oscars event, ladies and gentlemen, was comedy host Chris Rock. He made a joke about G.I. Jane, which was a movie that came out back in the late 1990s, I believe. And it starred Demi Moore, who had a shaved head in the military, basically. That's what the movie was about. So, that's where the source of the joke came from. So Chris Rock decided, you know what, I'm going to connect that joke and connect it over to Jada Pinkett Smith, who happens to be, a female that is sporting a shaved head. Now, the reason why she is sporting a shaved head is because she's going through a what is known as a personal situation. She's suffering from hair loss. Now, the word that it's officially called, I can't pronounce it, but it is an official thing. If you look up hair loss for females and everything like that, it is a thing. And she came out publicly, not only in the form of just words, but she also came out publicly and started sporting her shaved head, and in support of their mother, seeing the confidence she had to walk out there knowing that she could have just put on a wig and everything like that. Her kids supported her as well. You had Jaden posting on social media. You even had Willow, who shaved her own hair to support her mom, and it was just really, really cool, you know what I mean, to have your kids back you up and everything like that. So we're here at the Oscars, and that's where the source of the joke comes from. Now, Chris Rock should have been aware, in my honest opinion here, he should have been aware of her situation. And honestly, not a lot of people are on social media, especially when you get older. You're not on the computer all day long. You're not always on your phone. And those that are Hollywood, you don't really have time to, sit back and watch social media. So, some people may say, hey, he didn't know about the joke. And some people may say, hey, he knew about the joke. He went there and he was wrong. So this is where I come in. Yes, he was wrong for saying that on national television in front of the crowd while she was present. But then you had the actions of Will Smith, who was also in the wrong. He went up on stage very casually, by the way, and slapped the shit right out of Chris Rock. Now, some people say it was scripted because Will Smith was not thrown out right after that happened, and also that he still was able to take home his Oscar. Now, what happened does not affect him taking home an Oscar. He has earned that, and he has been deserving that for years now. You know what I mean? You take a look at his resume, he has not, upset us any time. You had Fresh Prince of Bel Air. You had the Men in Black movies. You had his music career. You know what I'm saying? And then you had the journey that he has taken us on with social media, with YouTube and Twitter and TikTok. You know, the success of his children. Jaden's into music. You know, Willow's into music. They're into fashion. So, you know, there's a lot of respect around his name. And some people would have thought he should have been thrown out, or they should have took his trophy from him. No, that doesn't affect anything. You know what I mean? What happened was Chris Rock made a joke that was really offensive. Some people are saying that Will is kind of weak for doing that because he didn't do nothing to August for messing around with Jada. August and Jada has nothing to do with Chris Rock, first and foremost. And secondly, he didn't publicly disrespect, Jada. You know what I'm saying? August did whatever he did, but he didn't physically, disrespect her. You know what I'm saying? He knew her situation and he was still with her. You know, had he said, "Oh, I'm not going to be with a chick with no hair," or something like that, then yeah, that's disrespecting her. But August didn't say anything like that. So I can understand why some people may think, "Oh, Will Smith is kind of weak for not doing nothing in August. Like he literally broke up your marriage and everything like that." I mean, that's a fight for another day. But what Chris Rock did, it just hit harder, basically. You know what I mean? Jada and August situation, that's behind closed doors and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? This is on national television. Chris Rock came out and said this. So yeah, you always have a cause and effect situation. The cause, him saying the joke. The effect, Will Smith coming up to the stage and slapping the shit out of you in front of everyone. So yeah, they were both in the wrong. Now, why is Will Smith in the wrong? Because it is national television. Some people are saying right now, oh, he could have just, went behind the curtain and talked to him or something like that. But the thing here is this, you guys got to know this about social media and then just about Hollywood in general. There is no behind closed curtains and closed doors. Somebody's going to catch something. There's always paparazzis. There's always people that are just, hungry for likes and clicks. So even if he didn't smack him on that stage in front of, dozens of people around the world, if he had done it behind the scenes, somebody would have still caught it, posted it, and then it would have been even worse. So for him to just do it publicly and everyone saw, I think it was better that it came out publicly and not behind a closed door. But like I said, he is still in the wrong. For me, I think both of them are in the wrong. I'm at the 50-50 mark. You don't go up there and, disrespect someone else's wife, especially towards a degree where someone is suffering from a medical condition and you turn that into a joke. That's not funny. You know what I mean? You don't want to ever wish someone's medical condition on anybody. You know what I mean? And then Will, a lot of people idolize you. They look up to you. They follow you. They dream to be you. And, some people seeing that, you have a lot of these new generation kids. They're starting to say, oh, I used to, like Will Smith, but what he did was wrong. What he did was weak. You know what I mean? Now, let me say something else as well. Will Smith, born and raised, Philadelphia. You know what I mean? And according to the series of Bel Air, he's going to carry that with him wherever he goes, no matter where he goes. And that's just real life. Everybody, no matter where you come from, you're never going to forget that. So Will, coming from Philly and now being a Hollywood resident, a Hollywood Hall of Famer, he's still Philadelphia. You're not going to talk about his wife. You're not going to talk about his mama. You're not going to talk about his family, period. Now let you be in Will's shoes. What would you have done during that situation? I bet there's not one of you guys that are not going to say, oh, I would have pulled him to the side. And no, you would have did what you had to do in the situation. he attacked my wife in front of, thousands present and millions around the world watching. Hell yeah. I'm getting up on that stage and slapping the shit out of him. You know what I mean? Had he been younger, my age, teenage years, that's a fist fight. You know what I'm saying? But he older. He a gentleman. You know what I mean? He in his 50s, close to being 60 years old. We ain't got time for fist fights, but I will let you know it is what it is. Don't talk about my wife. He slapped him pretty good. You know what I mean? Now, there's different angles. Some people are saying it is staged, but I don't think it was staged, honestly. Now, you can tell by the reactions of Will Smith and Jada during the moment that it happened. It was a little chuckle, a little smirk, because they're just showing him a little bit of respect as a comedian. You know what I mean? Most of these comedians want to see you laugh. They want to know that they're funny, So they made a little chuckle, but then Jada, she made a sour face because she knew that the joke went too far. You know what I mean? It went too far. And when Will, he didn't even have to turn his head all the way around. That peripheral vision. He just saw Jada's face and just said, you know what? That's it. I'm going to get up. Now, Chris Rock leans in because he thinks he's going to probably whisper something in his ear, but he leans in and get his face slapped. And then they cut the cameras off. And the reason why they cut the cameras off because Will was saying a bunch of curse words and it was out loud. Now, I have the actual audio, but it's from a Japanese television station and they're, basically commentating over the actual audio, but you can hear Will Smith saying, "Keep my wife's name out your effing mouth." You know what I mean? And it turned to a serious moment. They're not laughing anymore. This is serious, So it is what it is. So now we're going to leave it at that. You guys hit up the comment section and let me know, honestly, your thoughts and opinions. And also, what would you have done if you were in his shoes? You know what I mean? Because it doesn't matter who you are, it doesn't matter about your background or anything like that. I know personally, no one is going to let someone disrespect their wife, their mother, their grandmother, their sister. You know what I mean? This is just our natural intentions to protect those that we love the most. So now that I got all of that said, let's scroll down here to the very, very short article here. So it says, Will Smith apologizes to Chris Rock for the Oscar slap. I was out of line and I was wrong. Now, this was written by Elise Schaefer. So huge shout outs to Elise for this article here. Now, as I said, this piece is coming straight from Instagram. So if you guys have Instagram and you follow Will, you probably already seen this post. But me, I have been banned from Instagram for no apparent reason. I lost 3,000 followers, and they won't allow me to sign up using any username or any type of email. So that's why you guys don't see me post any pictures or anything like that. All right, so now to get into this. So it says Will Smith has issued an apology after slapping Chris Rock on the Oscars stage Sunday night. Violence in all of its forms is poisonous and destructive. My behavior at last night's Academy Awards was unacceptable and inexcusable. Jokes at my expense are part of the job, but a joke about Jada's medical condition was too much for me to bear, and I reacted emotionally, Smith wrote. So yeah, pretty much everything that I just said is basically what he said down here. You know what I mean? Jokes are a part of the job, and this is what comedians do. Sometimes they pick on their audience. Sometimes they talk about their own personal, families and personal lifestyles and stuff that's going on. But there's a line that you don't cross, and that line was crossed by Chris Rock. So that caused Will Smith to cross the line and slap the shit out of him. You know what I mean? So it says here, I would like to publicly apologize to you, Chris. I was out of line and I was wrong. I am embarrassed that my actions were not indicative of the man I want to be. There is no place for violence in a world of love and kindness. So, I'm going to continue on reading because the post continues to go on, but I just wanted to, take time to let that sink in real quickly because I want people to understand that Will Smith is a smart dude, bro. Like these words are they're touching me and I wasn't even slapped. You know what I mean? So that's just the kind of guy he is. Don't take this little one action and, try to put the man down. You know what I'm saying? You can still idolize him. He's not a bad guy. It's just he was protecting his. You can't say that, oh man, he's not a role model anymore. He's not somebody that I should be looking up to anymore. You can still look up to him. You know what I'm saying? You got to protect yours. You have to. Especially for people that aren't going to be, like protecting themselves. You know what I'm saying? Because had the situation flipped, what would social media think of Jada walking up there and slapping Chris Rock? You know what I'm saying? What if that been a different comedian? What if that would have been Gary Owens? That's another comedian that I follow and watch. What if that had been him? Had the situation would have been worse because he is of white color? You know, I'm seeing a whole bunch of different, reactions all over Twitter, reactions all over Facebook, and everything like that. And it's just causing me to think about so many different perspectives of this one little, second of notion. So it says here the post continued. I would also like to apologize to the Academy, the producers of the show, all the attendees, and everyone watching around the world. I would like to apologize to the Williams family and my King Richard family. I deeply regret that my behavior has stained what has been an otherwise joyous, I said joyous, gorgeous journey for all of us. I am a work in progress. Sincerely, Will. All right. So that is his apology to Chris Rock. Now, what is Chris Rock going to do with this apology? Is he going to accept it? Is he going to lash out on Twitter? What is he going to do? You guys, comment down below what you think his response to this apology is going to be. Now, according to the news reports that came out, Chris Rock has not, you know, put out a statement of suing Will Smith or anything like that and pressing charges. So he knew like what he put himself into, and he got what he deserved and earned during that moment. You know what I mean? But the fact of the matter is, do you accept the man's apology? Because he did slap the shit out of you in front of everyone on TV. you know and like I said, there's levels here to it. Maturity. These are two grown men in their 50s. You know what I'm saying? They didn't flat out start fist fighting or anything like that. Will slapped him. He took the slap, and then he said, this is the greatest moment in television history. That was it. Now, when he said that part, that's the part I think everyone was just saying, like, oh, okay, it's scripted or something. You know what I mean? But no, that was just the natural, awkward moment. There was literally nothing else for him to say. It just happened randomly. He wasn't expecting Will Smith to come up on stage. Heck, he probably wasn't even, expecting him to respond. He was expecting them to laugh about the joke because at the end of the day, it is a joke. You know what I mean? But there's certain jokes that cross the line once again. and there's a line that you should not cross. Even as a comedian, you should know, when you review your material before you go live, you should know what you have wrote down and what should be something you should rewrite. You don't just keep that in there, because apparently he went through, his sketch and everything, and he found no errors in what he was about to come out and say. He just flat out came out and said it. So it is what it is. But congratulations to Will Smith for winning. He even got some great words from the legendary man himself, Denzel Washington, which is, it's pretty big. So it was a big night for Will, not a big night for Chris, but obviously. I'm going to end off the video here. I have nothing else that I need to say. If you guys want to see the official audio from the Japanese television channel, I don't know if I can post that, but I might be able to share it to you guys somewhere. I'll find somewhere to post it so that way you guys can see it, because I don't know if YouTube is going to react and, pull down the video or not, but I do have the official, altercation, what was said after, and then we also have the speech that he went up there and said as well. So just comment down below also if you want to see those two things, if you didn't get a chance to see Will Smith's speech, and if you didn't see the Oscars and you want to see the the scene that took place. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.
Don't be asking for handouts, nigga, nothing is free. If it wasn't for me, there'd be nothing for me. Yup, when I get the bag, it's lit. Hitting niggas with a feed, like I thought you had money. You always flashing the green G's, y'all like upset. Cause I've been vexed. I am not playing with niggas no more.